outside the three-point line. And let's see what type of adjustments. I'm sure we're going to see more of a fast-breaking Cairns. No need to control the tempo when you're down 17.
They have to find ways to put points on the board. They don't have to get it all back in the first 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter, but they certainly have to be a lot more aggressive than what they were in the first half.
That one comes up short. Luke Schencher gobbles up the rebound on the first possession. Some Cairns Taipans fans here have made the trip. Generous enough to come over and give us a couple of snakes. It's good they weren't coming at us like 100 kilometers an hour. They're just handed to us. Cross wide with the reverse layup. That can't find the mark. And a transition basket. That's exactly what they need. Some easy ones. Jacob Holmes could be a 5-point swing. Yes, it is. This layup on one end, three-pointer on the other.
And that was the right play from cross wide. I mean, they did everything right except just make the basket. And then just gives Townsville and Holmes a whole lot more confidence to come down the other end and let that rip.
Better movement by Cairns. Hill gets it to Loughton. Little step back over the top of Luke Schencher. That's good.
And that's what he's capable of. I mean, he had big years in Perth, went overseas, played well in the European leagues, came back. I even remember him with the Australian team a couple of years ago. He was very solid against very, very good quality players, as we see Crawford find a way to get to the basket. That defense just parted like a sieve.
Loughton across one. Wilson waits for an on-ball screen, gets it. Warren, little pick and pop with crosswise. That's off the mark. More like a dribble handoff than pop.
That's a good play too. A good pass from Warren, found the open man. Crosswhite is certainly capable of being able to shoot that. He's done it his whole career.
That dribble handoff is tough to guard. You got some guys that can turn the corner. Gill. Get back to that dribble handoff. I got a little story, Shane.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
It's only a little story. Hill.
Missed that shot, Brad Hill, but that's a good move. That's how he has to be able to attack the basket.
Blanchfield to Crawford. Good D by Warren. He has to turn that one down. Blanchfield. Gill, 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to turn the corner. Takes the bump. Runs heavily into one of the boxes. He had a glance up at the shot clock and knew he had to turn this corner and make it happen. Gets bumped off balance. I don't think he would have hit that box so hard if he wasn't looking at a shot to make sure if it went in or not.
Yeah. An important part of the shot. I reckon he would have been able to hear the crowd had he made it, but they certainly don't have any injuries. Either team, big weekend of basketball with Cairns backing up tomorrow night. We'll be going to Cairns to see them play against the Melbourne Tigers, and then we'll also be in Brisbane for the Gold Coast Blaze on Sunday, where the Townsville Crocs will be heading down there to be able to take on the white hot Gold Coast Blaze.
Can't wait to see that one. Well, this game's far from over, but judging how it's going so far, you would imagine it. Cairns are going to bounce back with a whole lot of force as Jeff Dowdle lines up his three. Loughton gets the long rebound. New shot clock. Hill to Loughton.
Cairns do know they're down, right?
Loughton with the fall away. That's good. Alex Loughton. Put them on your shoulders and carry them home. Gill, Jacob Holmes, catch and shoot outside the three-point line. The long rebound goes to PC. jumped out a little too aggressive on the screen out.
And you certainly want to be blocking out, but you don't want to be giving. That's as good as a turnover. They had 3 people in the paint, the Cairns Taipans. That was one they needed to be able to get. They got let off with a missed open jump shot from both Jacob Holmes and also Peter Crawford. They need to get those, and they need to run it down the throat of the Townsville Crocs if they're going to have any sort of hope of being able to win this game.
Gill up at the top, quarterback in his team. Pass Alex Loudon on the mismatch. He is selective.
Because to me, Steve, they've got the 6 minutes of this third quarter, and they've probably got 2 more minutes of the last quarter to really have a crack to Cairns Taipans, because they will have to find a stage in this game where they're going to be thinking about tomorrow night's game. If they're down 20 at three-quarter time, they'll probably be resting their stars thinking about the game against the Tigers.
Just nothing going the way of the Cairns Taipans. And that rebound just bounced on the line. Yeah, it's got to happen right now. Because you know when they start playing that crocodile song, it's all over. Shencher with the shot. That's good.
Good lordy if someone fouls out. Don't they love it when someone fouls out at the Swamp?
Yeah, this is the worst place in the league to foul out.
Yeah, I would never get a foul to foul out at this place. That's humiliating.
Sweet pass by Wilson. Dowdle just throws it into the bottom of the rim.
I'd rather foul out than throw it like that.
Excellent pass. Even better finish by Todd Blanchfield.
That was a super pass from Wilson. Left hand. No wonder they've only got 2 assists for the game. The Cairns Taipans. They've only made 11 baskets.
Warren comes up short on his jumper. Good move to create some space. But again, they draw blank. Gill, no call as he split the D. Hill for the jam.
See, again, if you're Aaron Fern, surely you're going to press, or you're going to try and do something different to be able to change this game. They need to... You can't do the same thing, Steve. 27 points.
They need something, and they need it quick. Down 51-27 with 4:35 to go in the third.
Right now in Canberra, the funding for our public schools is being decided. It's a chance to invest more in our future, to ensure there are public schools of the highest quality in every community, helping every child to succeed. If you believe it's time to invest more in our public schools, send a message to the Prime Minister today. Authorised by A. Gabrielatis, Australian Education Union, Melbourne.
Paul Wolpert talking to his troops. Aaron Fern trying to come up with some answers. And this is the pass that gets Blanchfield. Let's see where he takes off from. He's inside the paint. I'm not trying to downplay it. It was pretty nice. I always used to criticize people that used to judge dunk contests. And be real critical of dunks when they couldn't dunk.
What are you looking at me for, man? I've never judged any contest.
I like to make eye contact when I'm in a conversation, that's all. No. Meaning that I didn't want to be too critical, because the only thing I'm dunking nowadays is donuts. If Shencher's fouled, he'll go to the line for a deuce. Luke Shencher. Slip the screen. Okay. Who's the best at slipping screens that you've played with?
Matt Nielsen.
Oh, yeah, no question. He was so good at it. And you know what? He was the best knocking the ball off the rim once it hit the rim.
Or offensive rebounds, knocking it back out when you're waiting at the three-point line. And when you get a shot or get a chance to be able to run it down again. I mean, Matty Nielsen had a whole lot of things that were great to be able to be a teammate with, but slipping was certainly one that comes along quick.
Oh.
It makes it very hard for the defenders to know what's going to happen, especially if you're the guy with the ball, and normally they're going to hedge out or double team, and you've got someone slipping. Normally you're slipping into a layup.
Loose ball goes to Jacob Holmes. And have to come up with a couple of new adjectives on missed baskets as Peter Crawford turns the corner and gets another bucket. Townsville are trying to twist the dagger now with their extended pressure.
And I like that too. It's starting to, I'm just going to sit back and play defense in the key way. They are going to grind these guys. They need to make a statement. This is for a playoff berth. And again, even though it's going to be 2 games each after this, they've certainly got the head-to-head covered with their point spread.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And their coach gave them a hiding after the game in Adelaide. And it shows by this game they've responded.
When we said that in the opener, Steve, that you could just get a feel of the 2 different camps and the mindsets that they were coming to this game with. One that had been scolded all week about their performance, and the other, even with the answer of Aaron Fern, of that they were feeling pretty good about themselves. And I reckon the first 5 minutes, that's how they played.
Alex Loudon looking to step it up here in the 3rd quarter. Loudon on 9 points. Crawford to Blanchfield. Extra pass goes to Jacob Holmes. I like how he just walked himself into that one for rhythm.
And again, that typifies the way the Townsville Crocs are playing for each other. The extra pass, it's exciting as a fan to be able to watch, and great as a teammate to be part of.
George try to get a little closer, turns it over. Gill hangs on to it, gets it to Peter Crawford. Outside the 3-point line, comes up short. Jacob Holmes with the offensive rebound.
I think their performance of 47 points against the Gold Coast was the lowest score in NBL history, wasn't it? Cairns Taipans, and they're on 29 now with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd period.
Man, yeah, they're looking at another real low number as Jeff Dowdle gets a bucket. Every time they score, you think, you don't want to see an NBL record. You don't want to be witness to that. Blanchfield gathers himself, comes up short on the 3. Williams. Dowdle gets it into Alex Loudon. They want to get it out of his hands. Shot clock down to 5. Williams to Dowdle, knocked loose.
I don't like that call.
No.
I mean, that's a good play from Blanchfield. He hasn't been shooting the ball well tonight, but he came off that split line aggressive, and that's how you want to do it. Knock the ball away. There's no foul there. This is men's basketball.
Definitely got bailed out on a really average-looking offensive possession. But they could use a break. That is for sure, as they continue to struggle. Let's look at some of the stats as some of the game night presentation comes in. Jacob Holmes. Shane, I heard the court announcer say this. Jacob Holmes has 15 rebounds.
And that does not surprise me. He, pound for pound and inch for inch, he could be one of the greatest rebounders we've had in this league.
That's amazing. He started off the year with an 18-rebound game, and he is well on the way to a 20-rebound game tonight.
I mean, he's averaging 10 rebounds. I mean, a couple of years ago, I think he led the league in rebound. I mean, he's just got a very good sense for where the ball is going to go. He's disciplined about being able to block his man out each time. And he's a very good... He obviously doesn't have a whole lot of athletic ability. He's very similar to you and I, Steve. But he's got a good feel for it.
Yeah. You know, when you have a reputation for being a rebounder like that, not only you get screened out, you get double teamed and all type of stuff when the ball goes up in the air, especially if a point guard always gets back. Then they send the point guard to help out on your screen outs, and very difficult. Rebounds are hard to come by.
Well, he's made a living out of it, and he'll continue to make a living out of it now after finding himself in a difficult situation in the off-season, not being picked up. You know, there'll be people all over the place now looking and saying, you know, could he fit into our roster? I mean, well, is he going to get signed again from Townsville, knowing that Hinder's going to come back as well?
Yeah, all good questions. Shincher gets his jump hook off the mark. Cedar gets the offensive rebound, just also gets to the spot and picks up the board. George rips it through, goes baseline. Nice pass to Alex Loughton. And it's on the floor. Loughton saying, man, you know, what am I going to do with that catch? I'm going to put it up.
Well, this is a good time for Deborah George and Kerry Williams. Again, those two haven't shot the ball very well this year, but a good chance for them to be able to go let it spray. Spray it up, fellas.
George somehow gets it to Garbeau, who gets it to Dusty Reichardt. Williams, good hustle on that board. Should be the last shot of the third quarter. Cedar just hanging on to Alex Loughton illegally. Get another look. Loughton on the seal. Just had that hand around.
The common thread between this loss that Cairns are going to endure and the Gold Coast loss is the performances of their Americans. And they've both had very good seasons, but tonight Wilson 2 from 8, only 4 points. And Andrew Warren 3 from 10 for 6 points. So 10 points between them on a total of 5 from 18. And they don't have enough people to be able to step up as this shot clock winds down for the third quarter to be able to win games if their Americans aren't putting up big numbers.
And that has been the story all year long when they do struggle, not just against the Gold Coast. When they do struggle, that is the common problem. They have such a big role. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. I love having a big role on a team. But it's an opportunity for others to step up. Allen going for the tip. There was a fraction of a